Find anything, contact Daniel.
Yeah, well, see, I usually put it in folders. I put it in folders. Whoever did this job did a terrible job because it's not organized the way I would have done it, just so you know.
No.
Oh, did her desk get redone again?
Yeah, I didn't do it.
They had to move everything out, put the floors
They
down.
charged us double. It was hazard pay in that room when they went in there. Hey, I would have done
We
it.
ready?
I would have
Make
done
a
it differently.
motion.
All right, have a
I would've
motion
done
come
it
I
out.
make a motion.
Motion by Jared, second by Brad. All in favor, say aye.
Ah,
Ayes have it. Let the record show no action was taken during executive session.
because couldn't you find everything the way I did it, Chance? I mean, I had it in folders set aside, labeled. I didn't color code
This
it.
don't add up.
All right.
I got
It says
one
70
additional
foot.
business, and Mike
And
might
this is
need to come in
54
here
foot.
and tell him.
You mean go get it?
They should be right there.
think Craig went,
30.
Craig didn't go get them.
I got it.
Have a
You
20,
go.
Hey, you wanna make,
16-foot difference in here.
Jay, you wanna make the record reflect?
I
Yes,
did.
make that
Did you?
reflect.
I did.
Okay.
They're coming in.
We've been having some issues over at the animal shelter. I've been talking with Brian and a couple of the, I think, Chris PQ's kind of overseeing the animal shelter now and trying to get it back up to working order. And after going over and seeing a few things that need to get done, we've come to decide that it might be easier just to utilize one of Mike Harrison's building that he's already got right now.
Am I not loud enough?
And it's a 36 by 70, and we're gonna add on to the front of it. And of course, you can see that. He's already got an existing building over there, which
Don't say anything.
he paid, I think, $27,000 for this building. It needs concrete and kennel pens put in it. We also have,
The existing building is 36 by 70?
that's over there now.
Is that this back part that's showing the exercise yard or?
Yes, the only thing for the drive-through would be added to the front of it. From the drive-through, the adoption center, office, kennel deal
Uh-huh.
would be the only additional that would be added to that building.
Well, can I ask you a dumb question?
All right,
Why are we moving? Why don't we build what we need to build right there?
Cost way a lot more money.
the cost is gonna shoot up. And plus, nothing that's over there now is kind of, I guess,
I don't
Up to
think
code.
we have sewage, do we? Do
We
we
don't
have
have-
any type sewage, Brian?
no.
And it's coming whenever Brandon says either where we're at, or, I mean, we're
We're
gonna
gonna
have,
have to do something. And I mean, my big deal to start off is Brian's always said these dogs, the animal shelter needs heat during the wintertime. So I've been trying to stay on, try to get wood furnace or something, because the trustees are gonna cut some wood to feed the furnace. And that'd be the cheapest route to do it. But we had to get something going, and then when Chris got involved, some of the drain ditches over there, it's not draining properly, so a lot of work's gonna have to be done to get the old facility up to where it needs to be. And I think the most economical way to save county tax dollars is utilize what we already got over here at the road barn on that 90 acres.
Well, we had the money set aside to pay what we need to do, where it was at, take care of sewer, heat and everything, you know?
was that gonna be
And
where
we
it was
have a
at?
location for it,
That was where it was at?
yeah. I mean, we got plenty of area right there.
Dude,
So-
I didn't know, I, for some reason, I thought where we were at was not really
I did too. I thought
satisfactory.
I didn't know we had enough room without tearing the old one completely down.
Well, we got 6 horses that stay in a pen over there, and they're in a pen, probably about a 12 by 12 pen that has no pasture. We got plenty of property over here on the side that everything needs to be in one spot.
I guess I've just
I
looked,
agree, it needs to stay right where it is,
I've looked-
because we got so much area back there that we don't use, that we used to utilize for our outside storage. It's all
You
just
talking
in
about the
there.
old place?
Yeah, why do we wanna go up
How
and,
much we have there?
that's what's blowing my mind, we spent all this money to secure our stuff, and now we wanna open it up for the public to come in on the weekends when we're not there, to where all of our stuff is.
you talking about going to the new place?
Yeah, I mean, and that's
Oh.
really not gonna save us money because
Well, we're not building
whatever
it,
we're
we can-
currently
well,
using this
okay.
building for right now,
Do what?
whatever we're currently using this building for right now, we're gonna have to repurpose something else. So we're gonna have to
I
spend
mean,
some
we're
other
going to
money.
make Mike whole. I mean, he's going to
I
have to have a
don't know.
building to store tires and signs in.
Yeah, so I mean, we're still gonna have to spend the money.
Is, Brian, where you're at? I mean, I've been down there probably half a dozen times. And I've really never looked other than that, where the barn is, where, you know, you've got some stalls for horses, 2 or 3 stalls and a little turnout about the size of this room. And then you've got the dog pound. And I've never, I mean, looking around it, I don't see, I mean, I didn't realize we had access to acreage for pastures
Well,
and
you
things
got a
like
big
that.
ditch that separates
Yeah,
the
there's a big ditch
backside.
back there, plus now that acres behind it hadn't been there, it was full of, what do y'all call the, when they cut the trees and stuff like that, the
Debris.
for a long time. And there really wasn't anything, cause we were actually talking about before Brandon got all that land going out to the, south, I guess it'd be southwest of the building, to the right of the building, going out there, but now Brandon's gotten all of it.
And there is on the old building now, you can't expand because there's what, major gas line behind it or in front of it?
Right. Where's the gas line?
Right behind the building, directly behind the building.
The only other option is to go backwards. I don't think we need to go forward closer to the road if we left it there.
About 20 foot off the back of the building.
I would,
I don't know, like I said, y'all done got your votes lined up, so.
No, it
go
was
ahead.
a-
It ain't
Remember a
nothing
vote
about
thing,
votes,
Jay?
Brian.
I just
Never.
don't, I don't think it's a smart idea, but, you know.
Well,
y'all
I don't
think
know
it
the
is.
options though.
The only thing I think is it's gonna be cheaper and less red tape to improve his building than to build a brand new one. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, no question there. I think Jay, were you referring to doing some, work on the existing?
No,
Okay,
we
you're talking
knew
build a whole
that,
new one?
from the beginning, we knew that was gonna be
Yeah.
scrapped, cause there wasn't anything left to be done with it. Doesn't have anything in it, no heat, air, no sewer. So that's why we set aside the money we did
But
to
are we gonna be able to build it for that money?
600 and whatever we had out there. But it
I
ain't
thought-
there
I
no
thought-
more, we took it.
no.
No, it was a million sitting there for the dog shelter.
He's still
But
got 5.
what we had, last I saw, Ken brought to us, it was $650,000 is what we needed to be able to build what would suffice to take care of us.
But
At that location, where we're at.
Yeah,
Cause we wasn't gonna do the $1 million deal.
right.
Well, right, no. But is that what we have left for it
No,
now?
we got 400,000 left.
What Jay's remembering is we had a value engineered, process
Mhm.
that we were using with.
What's the name, Mike?
With the same
Oh,
company
never mind, yeah.
that helped us with Mike's building. And when we cut out the adoption part of it, it reduced the overall anticipated estimated cost down into the 600 range. That's where Jay's getting that information.
Basically what
But we
Ken
don't
did
have
was,
about 400
what
left.
Ken did was took out the adoption
Cut the
center.
adoption
But we don't have about four,
Yeah.
there's only about 400
Well, he
left.
still had a room there
Like this,
away that they
similar-
could adopt
similar to
it.
that,
My
Yeah.
grandson.
The problem I see if we leave it where it's at, we're gonna have to, we gotta get these dogs somewhere to put them somewhere until we can get a building built beside it, move the horse barn. I mean, we're gonna have to move the horse barn where it's at now, across the ditch, I guess, if that's, everybody's in agreement, leave it, or we put it over there at the,
How big's the
Road.
ditch? It's gonna have to have culverts and all that in? Big?
Yeah, it's 8 or 10 foot deep, Jared.
I would, and I know I don't mean to do this, but Brian, you and your people have the most resources in the, I mean, the amount of money we're talking about is a one-time, 1 year, allocation. Y'all are there all day, every day, for years and years. So I want you to put in,
and they the one
just
catch
step
the
it.
heat
I want,
from it.
Jay, there's only 400 left.
but,
I
I mean,
realize
whether we
I
take
didn't know if you knew that.
that 400 and put
Yeah.
another 100 with it, or however, in the end, if Brian and the sheriff's department are gonna run it, then he's gotta be happy with the location, with what we're doing, and, I mean, cause he could just stand up and say, guys, y'all gotta animal
Hire
problem.
own
Y'all got an
folks.
animal problem, and, I don't have, time or resources anymore to do that. And there ain't a damn thing
Well, the only thing that does bother me a little bit is
I would like for Brad,
the
Brian,
new place
Jay.
not being, the fact that it won't
Come
be
on.
secured. We've secured it, but now that there would be people coming there over the weekend, that does
But
concern me.
wait now, you've got deputies down there
Right.
all the time on weekends, no deputy on weekend. Who feeds?
Take their cleaning crew, they go down and clean it, I think twice a day on Saturday and Sunday.
They feed and
But they don't
clean.
stay, yeah, feed and clean, but they don't stay down.
Well,
Well, I mean, we don't have to have it open on the
Why-
weekend.
yeah, why do we- why
I
is
wouldn't even have it
weekend
open on the
deal?
weekend.
That's what I was asking, does it have to be?
Let me tell you,
We don't have to open
I mean, I've
weekend.
been, people cuss me out because we picked up their dog, somebody called, picked up their dog, and here we stick it in the same building with a stray dog that's, diseased and dying or something like that. Well, their dog gets parvo
Yep.
and dies, so I mean, it's just like, it's bad.
Well, it's gonna be the same thing.
No, it
No,
won't.
no, what I need is I need a stray dog building, and then a buffer,
Separation, right.
and a adoption dog, picked up pets building, a little separate one. And then we can put one room up there in front of it, we do one room
Of the,
of 10 by 10 room for a little adoption room or something like that. Have a little office in there, plus we have to, have to have a cat room, same thing with cats. We need a well cat room and a sick cat room.
how do
Well, I
you
thought
catch
that's what we had talked about, Brian, was you were gonna use our existing facility for all the city stuff, everything the city's
All the
bringing
sick
up there,
dogs, yeah.
they was gonna put in our old building.
Yeah, we're gonna try to convert the horse barn, but if he's already got a building that's up,
Yeah, but
Just say it's
his
gonna be
building
easy.
is up, we're about to have to rebuild him something else too, though, so, I mean, that's
I
not,
mean, he can get by with old 18-wheeler trailer.
I mean, he's got tires and signs in it now.
let me just say one other thing, concern, I think that y'all need, that I believe will happen at the end of this. We pull everything out down there, Brandon's supposed to be chomping on us at the bits to clean it up.
Yep.
So as soon as we
I
shut
mean,
everything
need to
down
clean
over
it up,
there.
Don't you think?
hell
No,
no.
we're talking about clean up all of it down there. I see what he's, I mean, you know Marquette's coming.
If you wanna spend a couple $1 million, you know, for environmental and all that, I'd rather not deal with it.
I think it's good to get them away from there and out there. If we don't have to open on a weekend, that's a whole nother, bright light to me.
Well, I think we do this little buffer thing like we're talking about, and I say, all right, from 3 to 5 or 2 to whenever. My trustees cannot come out of the sick dog building, and then the public can come in, or if somebody wants to come and volunteer to work 2 to 5 or something like that, they can work in the front building, and I'll just keep the inmates in the back. And that way everybody's complaining about, we won't let anybody come down there because of the inmates.
And that's what he gets a lot of calls, cause they won't let the public go in there and see the dog, because the inmates are there.
But I've been flexible from day one, I'll do whatever y'all want to do. Whatever y'all want to do.
What is it gonna cost to put you something back, Mike?
About what I had in the bill, Jared, what we're gonna do is, we're actually gonna.
Jay, you might
add-
wanna hear this.
$60,000.
You might wanna hear what Mike's got to say.
Actually, I've talked to Venture South. We're just gonna add one bay onto my building and turn it into storage, so it'll match my building right there, so really ain't,
Are you talking about in lieu of this building?
yes, sir.
If we take,
It's just a money swap deal, Steve.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's gonna cost me about that
Reimburse
to
him.
put on the back of building another storage
What do you say
building,
about that? About
27,000.
about 27,000.
So
I
you're
mean,
saying,
when
you're
we built-
scaring,
when we
you're
built
scaring your
that-
building out further.
We're just gonna go out one span, Jared.
Okay.
That's what-
Where you got the stuff under it, you're gonna just go out another, where you got an open shed, you're gonna go out
Yes,
that way.
But
That's
just-
only gonna cost 27.
yes, for the material, we'll have to put it up.
You got any dirt work gotta be done, anything?
No.
Any hidden expenses?
I mean, we just depend on what we wanna put in the floor of it. But that's just the
But
material.
does it have to be concrete?
It does not.
I think,
this one isn't, is it?
this was not.
This one is not concreted?
No, it's got some asphalt in it.
It's got a little asphalt in it that we're gonna pull out just because of the, and
Ditches.
some walkways and stuff, so they can do their ditches and trenches for it.
And I mean, y'all can think about it. I mean, but Brian, we got to do something.
Has it got a fence, will it have to have a fence around it?
We're gonna put a privacy fence around the animal shelter.
We had some, this, what we really need, again, this is, we need to do this right, we need to have, a little, run.
Yeah.
Exercise.
So there's gonna be some expensive, but it won't be, you know, all the dogs out there at one time, but while they're cleaning, what I would love to see is while they're cleaning the pen, we take 4 or 5 dogs, let them go outside and run while the pen is being cleaned, and dry it out and bring them back in, just all the, they rotate them out. We really need that, because I think that'll improve the dog's health, while they're down there.
But it's, and I may be just having something that didn't occur, but it seems like when we first started talking about it, we even pointed up the hill, and we was looking at places out there where Mike's at, saying this could be a place, this is when we were thinking of moving.
This one we were looking at the land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this could be our place that Brian could put the dog shelter and have a place for horses.
EOC.
We did talk about that.
Didn't we do that?
EOC was a
Didn't we?
conversation, I
Yeah.
thought.
Don't
Cause we
you
did
remember?
dirt work for that.
One thing I heard was EOC.
Yeah.
We moved dirt for it.
Let me,
We could, I don't know.
If I can, I don't want to introduce complexity where it's not needed, but I think it's important for you guys to recall, in the early stages of the discussion with Rankin First, there was hesitation on the part of Rankin First about co-locating a lot of county activities out there on the site and how that might relate to them offering
Yep.
other property to potential economic prospects. And the dog, or the shelter, the animal shelter was specifically mentioned as an area of concern.
If we had it on the line, or near the line.
That's correct, if it was
Oh, no,
visible.
you're
And
right.
what we told them was, we would use our best efforts to see to it that if we did move services like the shelter out there, that they were located in such a way that they would not take away from economic development property. I will also point out what is obviously probably going through a number of your minds, which is, we haven't had a dog shelter out there to this point, and we still don't have any real economic
I was
prospects.
gonna ask you that.
I was gonna say, they've been real successful with selling a lot of that. Yeah.
It's been several decades, and every time we talk about moving something out there, we're right on the verge.
I didn't want y'all to think that I wasn't aware of that.
I was just sitting there waiting to say, they've really had success here the last
That was
10
a
years.
discussion point.
Yeah, I remember.
It was raised as a concern, and the prior board sort of acknowledged that we probably did need to think about location and how that related to.
Well, how would this location affect that, where it's sitting now? No, where we're talking about going, how's
This
that?
is,
It looks like to me that it's actually designed to be in between where Mike's building would be and EOC ultimately would be.
it's pretty much in the middle of
It
that
looks like
property.
it's positioned about where it ought to be.
Yeah.
As long as there's some good screening, I think, and some good fencing.
It'll be on the right-hand side.
But can you imagine hearing the Rankin First people fuss about dogs barking?
But this is a pretty good sized hunk of land that'd be in the middle of.
What is our estimated total cost?
I think it ought to be done, way under 400.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, we talking about maybe another 20,000 on, at the most, on finish, come off the front of what we got there. The concrete's probably gonna be that in the kennel pens.
Yeah.
And we're gonna heat and cool the front part of the building, or that's what we talked about. The back, we got gas over there, run those infrared heat over there on the
Your
back
natural
part.
gas out
And
there.
then the back part where the division is, there's roll-up doors on that building now that you can open up and it can ventilate with air during the summertime.
It had to be insulated too,
Yeah, spray
Is-
foam it.
and, yeah.
I mean, instead of using a low number, I would estimate a higher number of 50,000 to get and then that's not
You're
finished.
gonna be higher than that, cause you got
I'm not-
concrete.
Well, and then concrete,
Yeah.
but like, I'm kinda like Brad, I would say, with this type, half of 400 would, I would think, you know, and it may be 225.
Well, we can go
But
up to,
the
what,
bins are gonna
$150,000, $150,000. The building don't cost more than 150, you don't have to get an architect involved.
Right, that's right.
Keep that down.
Is it less economical for you to continue to operate where you're at for just city dogs and cats and maybe, overrun if you have to, having to operate two? That would not be economical, would it? Because you got to have two sets of
The
help.
same complaints about the building, the shape, you know, we'd have to spend money on the current building. to
No, I don't
sit
do
down.
And no drain, no sewage.
I'm just, Jay's talking about, maybe if we were to abandon it, it would put us in a position that we'd have to do something with the land, versus if we continue
Well,
to.
something's coming,
Well,
if we
I mean-
abandon it, that's true.
You could leave the trash deal there and move the animal shelter over there. But
Well, Jay's the president, so I'm just gonna.
Mike's having to drive the loader twice a day over there to load trash in the bins
Oh,
now.
heck yeah, we need to move all that up there too.
So, that's.
Oh, wait, y'all really are, aren't you?
No. I think that was where that was going, yeah. So is
But
that?
Jay, you're more than welcome to take this over. If you want to do it, I'll give you the 400 and you spend it.
No,
however
we
you
had
wanna do it.
600, what we needed out there to start with, Brad.
However you wanna do it.
Oh, we can talk about moving the trash up there too.
No.
We don't know yet, Derek, we're just trying to get some
That's-
expenditure, to see what's going on.
That
I don't-
sounds
I
like
don't
a
wanna-
political answer there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been in the room too long.
Well, you got people,
You take it over.
Shit, no,
Uh,
I don't want that.
You take 100,000 out of mine, I mean.
Yes, good point. Yeah, I probably do need to get that.
100,000 a year, what?
Money that I'm
Yeah.
gonna have for something that I ain't gonna use.
Yeah, I hope we move faster than that.
You got less than your million. That's why I knew that shit was coming.
Hey, how much money does Bishop still got in his bond pot over there? Huh? He's still got an allocation, doesn't he?
I knew that was coming.
Well, now you laughing.
Well,
Yeah.
I was
Chuckling
thinking
over
about
there.
that.
it's easy
Where
to
is their
stand.
money set aside?
It's easy to stand back in the stands and throw rocks. We gotta work
I
together.
mean, something's
and do
gotta be done.
what's right.
I mean,
Hey,
And there's
I
no-
wholeheartedly
no
agree,
way.
Brad. That's why I voted against taking the money. Because I made a commitment to these people that I would build, go along with building this facility.
well, I mean, that's what we're doing, Jay.
Yeah, no, we're moving up to our road facility.
We're building a
Our
building.
road property,
Do you
our
think
property,
that
our
those-
move, our
That
property.
county-owned property.
Right. I
That,
mean,
that ain't for just strictly road, that whole
You
place up
think
there.
those
well,
people
I
would
don't
be
think,
dissatisfied?
I mean, they
personally, I
gonna
don't
be-
think it's a good idea. We got it all secured for some reason, I thought.
Well, we're not gonna have them there for, as we said, we won't do it on the weekend. No,
I mean,
I
we
mean,
don't do it on the
seriously,
weekend now.
we don't?
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
Do we adopt? We
adoption
don't
on-
have
no.
anybody
No,
coming
it's not.
up.
All they do is feed and clean on the weekend,
Don't people come up there and pick up their dogs on the weekend?
unless they know somebody.
Okay, never mind then.
I mean, the building's open from 7 to 5 now. During the
Yeah.
week. And it'd be secure. We got a gate there.
I'll do whatever y'all wanna do, just let me know which way y'all wanna go, 'cause like I said, if we're gonna stay there, we've got to get tied into the sewer
And get heat in the building.
and some heat in the building for when it
Do we have sewer with the road? I thought we was on a treatment plant.
Trying to wash it down the hill.
Now I'm talking about the road
No.
facility.
City
I mean,
sewer.
I'm talking about
You got
washing out the
sewer?
runs.
You got sewer.
We'll have
Yeah.
to put in a grinding pump. We're going to have to put in a grinding pump at either facility. If we stay where we at, we're going to have to grind it and pump. But I mean, I want everybody on board, and I know
I'm-
Jay's not gonna get on board, so.
Tell you and Nate,
Yes, sir, I am. I
In-
mean, I don't
in
know where
any-
you gonna put horses at up there?
you got 80 acres up there.
So we gonna go take more property?
No, we got 80 acres up there.
So where are you gonna put horses, where it's at right now? This is where's the horse facility gonna go, or
It's
the
gonna be to the right
stables
of
or
that little
whatever?
building. Right, to the right where the gas pipeline runs across the place that you can't build on, we're gonna fence that off. There's a gas
Doesn't that area,
pipeline.
drop down?
You can't see it, but I mean,
Does it drop?
It backs up to those houses though, right? I mean, where's that
I don't
house
know how
line? The
far
house
the
line
houses
here?
are through there.
Probably right there.
I don't know.
I
Probably right
mean,
in
you
there.
still a long ways from houses.
What are you talking about?
There's houses. I mean,
Don't leave
there's a
something
tree
in the
line,
barn and leave the horses, the large animals, we'll take all in there and have the dogs.
right?
Oh, ain't no sense in splitting them up, cause then you just have to have more inmates to do that.
Well, you
or
don't have to
more
babysit
personnel.
horses. You don't have to stay there with the horses. You go through there.
The hogs, I mean, the horses and the piggies.
Potbelly pigs and chickens and,
That would be an idea.
Lemurs.
We gotta have a place to put all the chickens to catch.
I'm gonna eat them.
Aardvarks.
Ducks, gotta have them little pond. They can't be without water.
Jay, work it out.
but I mean, we just need, I need to let,
I know we can,
I
but
ain't
you know,
gonna
we'd
do
all
it.
like to work together.
Personally, I don't know why we wanna move it before we got it. Why do we
All right.
wanna move it?
If we said that we can take the 400 and see what it would cost, if it's 500, we can try to get the other 100 and build right where it's at, would you say, yeah, let's do it?
Sure.
Okay,
what are you gonna do
That
with
way-
all
that's
these
what you wanna do?
animals?
let's do it.
You think it's better though where it's at?
I do.
Okay. I mean, I'm just
I mean,
asking. I don't know.
Do you,
Well, and you might think it's silly, but have y'all tried to give instructions to anybody how to get to our road department?
yeah,
I have.
Have you, Mike? I know you have, Mike.
Yes.
How do you tell somebody how to get there?
drop a pin.
That way you don't have to worry
It's
about
not
so
on
much
the
traffic.
Google map. Google will not pick it up.
What do you think, Brad?
I'm fine, but I just don't know what you're gonna do with what you got there
I'm not sure.
to
either.
build something.
I mean, you.
Is there not room for it, Brian? Be honest,
The
tell me.
gas line's gonna be a problem.
If we build a new building, we'll have to do it with a horse barn, so first thing we have to do is move the horse barn across the creek, and fence in the area there, and then, I don't know if we use the current horse barn or the.
I mean, it's just a pole barn, I mean, it ain't that,
I'd rather have it where it's at, but I don't know how to make
It's
it.
just a pole
I don't know what it
barn,
takes.
though,
I hadn't done the research to see what it takes.
I
Let's
didn't
do
know it
this.
was an issue, cause I mean, Ken had never said anything about needing to do
well,
extra
Ken's
stuff.
not really overseeing it no more. I mean, that's,
Ken's been gone.
Ken doesn't work here anymore?
No,
He's
he's
talking
been
about
gone.
PQ,
He's
PQs.
dealing with the dogs and things.
Oh, okay. I thought PQ left.
But he's leaving, he's not, he's still gonna be associated with us.
Okay.
Can we just look with Brian and Jay and any of us who want to, at both and see?
I don't, I mean, yeah, I'd love for y'all to
I
go
mean,
look.
And
I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm fine if we built something where it's at now, but the issue's gonna be, you're gonna have to get something built. Get all these dogs, that's usually around 20 to 30 dogs, moved over to somewhere. Go in and gut this building out, redo the ditching in it, put new gates and stuff in it, and then move these dogs back. But you gotta have something complete to put them in. My thinking was, is we got that 36 by 70 over there, let's go ahead and get our kennel pens, move everything over there. Do it that way, and leave everything where it's at now, until we get that other facility done.
I understand.
But I mean, like I say, we can take the horse barn, move it across the creek, and get something beside it. But the main thing is to keep the sick dogs and bad dogs away from the good dogs. And normally, we don't have a lot of good dogs.
Good dogs, right.
They normally 5 to 10 at the most. But build it big enough to where if we have a run one week that we got 15 or 20 that be able to house.
Well, I think we've opened up the dialogue.
But I mean, winter's getting
Let's-
close, so we got
right,
to
we
get
can't-
something to
yeah.
heat the building,
Yep.
because that's the main concern. Everything is wet concrete, dogs on concrete. We need something to warm that building and get the sewer tied into the main sewer.
What are our obstacles there? I mean, I know Brandon, we're gonna have to have a discussion with them. Is that a major obstacle?
It wouldn't with, over there where I was talking about, I've already went and talked with Butch, but I hadn't said nothing about tying in the old facility, which he probably, I mean, it needs to be done, cause they get that walking trail, it comes right by the
It's gonna have
building.
to. It's gonna have to.
We're gonna need to probably put a
And if we're gonna-
privacy
if
fence
we're
up
gonna-
between the two.
If we're gonna operate down there, I think we've got to.
I mean, wouldn't you think you need some kind of privacy fence for the separation between, if it stays where it's at, between the walking trail?
Some kind of natural thing or something.
Windrow of trees, bamboo.
Yeah.
If y'all don't want to.
Speak up, Daniel.
Look,
I mean, if we do something down there, if we had something new down there, I mean, we're gonna need
Is
to go
there-
through the city of Brandon.
Is there a place in Pearl we could put it so that Jay would feel more comfortable?
Yeah, I want all your strays. I ain't so sure why we don't just shut it down anyway.
We, really?
That's fine with me too.
I bet you
I
get a
mean,
bunch
that'd be
of dogs
fine
in
on
Pearl.
Brian.
Oh, we get them from
But,
everybody.
but the problem is we don't
But
charge the cities anything.
That's
Do
what
we,
there
Sheriff?
was a time when
We don't-
each city had their own.
But we don't charge them anything now. The cities just bring their dogs to us and we take care
Right.
of them.
No, not all of them.
Now, Brandon,
Huh?
Brandon gives the shelter free water.
Yeah, I think they don't charge for the water and that.
Okay.
Well, I feel sure they probably would waive our building permit too.
Pearl takes theirs straight to Mall, don't
Do what?
they? Pearl takes theirs straight to.
Oh, really?
City on Rescue League. They don't-
I think Florence, Flowood, and Brandon,
Yeah.
the only three cities that utilize the shelter.
So all the rest is ours?
Well, that, you know, I follow the county, they call us when they have an issue, we end up having to send somebody over and pick it up. And on some, like, it's just dogs or exotic animals or something like that.
I personally, if you just want my take, is I'm not even giving my take. I'm just staying.
We're
out
waiting
of it.
on it.
I'm staying out of it.
Why? Why are you staying out of it? Why do I have to be the bad guy here?
You just want, you just
I'm
want,
fine with whatever, but
No.
we got to do something.
I agree with
And I
I
mean-
agree we gotta do something.
Let's do
We
it.
either
I like
shut
it.
it down and let everybody go get their own dog.
Or you got a straight?
We don't have strays down in Puckett.
We take care of our own.
That's right. Same way where I live.
We nurture them, take care of
My
our,
wife would take them and I'll end up having to buy the feed for them. And she
right, we
feeds
take care of our own. Yep.
Right. So we're all in agreement, we're gonna do it.
Do what?
Something.
Do what?
Build a building.
We're gonna do something.
Yep.
Just a question, where are we gonna do it?
Well,
I really, and I hate to say this, I really wish that the sheriff would say,
No, he wants to put it all on you,
no,
Brian.
I would do what, if, I would be happy with whichever place the sheriff says, I can operate this best here because of all these other things, moving parts, like he was
And
saying.
I'm fine
Let's
with
do this.
whatever.
Let's do this. Let me get a price on the panels, the concrete, to do it, by the shop. And then we get a price on the building and redoing the old one there. Let's just do a little price comparison, whichever one's cheaper, we'll do that right.
that's
All
fine
right,
with me.
that's good.
I mean, that's what
Is
we're
that good with
waiting
you?
on the, see what the
Heck, I
chemical.
know the other one's gonna be cheaper because you're gonna use an existing building.
We
Well,
got-
well, if we're gonna get, no, including the cost
He's
of that building,
talking
it
about-
cost them 27,000 and that building. was-
Yeah, and another 20.
Huh? No, I wish I'd have thought of that, that would have been a good idea. Nice off for the jail. Wonder if Josh got another 250 up there. But, no, if we include, 'cause Steve's gonna have
Why
to
don't we
pay for that
taking his
anyway.
money over there? What are you talking about?
It's not a free building, because I still want to add on the mic. So-
Right, 27.
So $27,000, $30,000 for that, we'll include that in the cost.
I mean, I'm fine with that, but we just, that's what, I mean, mainly what I've been doing is trying to get prices on everything, what it's gonna cost. And I mean, we still hadn't heard anything, I hadn't heard anything from Chris yet on the kennel
Tell them what the
pens.
kennels are gonna cost.
But there's an option that we can build the kennel pens. So, I mean,
And the concrete finishing, well, I mean, because we're gonna have to have the proper slope drainage and all this stuff to get it out of the building, better than what we have right now.
All right, sounds like a plan. Hey, I reached out to our Secretary of State. He said that poll manager, poll worker is the same thing.
Good. That-
Really?
Yeah.
And we.
As far as the
I
law
would've
goes.
thought, by, a court, the way they feel
We're
it's not.
we're asking them to tell us that in writing.
Oh, okay.
Where do we get on the dog? Sheriff's gonna get prices?
They're gonna
so
compare.
Brian, we're gonna get some follow-up before the next board meeting on some prices.
And just
I'm gonna
email.
recruit somebody,
Okay.
the sheriff's office, that's gonna be their job.
All right.
Brad Smith's over there, you know?
That'd be good.
He'd be a good one. He'd be a good one. By board
Brad, hey, you
recommendation.
make sure to tell him that Daniel referred him.
Tell him it's a special referral that came out.
Like, you know, Brad's on assignment right now, you know, I had that, got that airboat,
Yeah.
surplus property, so it's ready. Now we gotta have somebody teach us how to drive it.
Don't get Mike Word.
That's Brad Smith, he's gonna be up there.
Oh, boy. That'd be good.
So we need to go on one of them, search and rescue, missions down in Louisiana to learn how to operate it.
You don't know how to drive it. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike Word.
All right, does
Yeah,
anybody have
that'd
anything?
be
I
Laura?
have one quick thing to add. I'm sorry, but I need authority to pay $197.50 for the permit application for the health department for the wastewater at Cleary.
Who's that for?
The
Permit for?
Cleary Fire
Pierce-
Station.
The fire station.
Who's the permit go to?
To the health department, to the state for the application
Okay.
for it.
All right.
$197.50.
All right, I have a motion to add this item.
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Steve, second by Jared. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
That's
Motion
added.
approved.
Yeah. Motion by Jared to approve,
Second.
second by Steve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Ayes have it. Hey, I forgot all about our employee deal.
Yep.
Oh, what?
I'm for it.
Oh, what?
The guy that came last
County
week.
We're
administrator.
not in
I
executive.
know.
I'm not in a rush myself.
When do we
Wait
meet
a
again?
minute, let's cut it off.
15,
Cut this
October
off.
End of the month.
Hey,
End of the month.
let's cut this off. Good.
I'm for it. So, whatever.
I like him personally, unless y'all come up with a reason not to. Why don't we come up with a number to offer?
I don't wanna jump on the
we are-
first
Be
one. I think we-
prepared to finalize what you want to offer on the 15th.
Alright.
And, you can be thinking about it, and continuing your investigations. And then on the 15th, we'll go into executive and y'all can decide on that. I prefer that we talk about it in executive and y'all have already been in
Yeah.
once.
So Laura, will you just reach out to him, let him know, or that we are meeting the 15th, we're gonna take it up then? I just don't wanna go
Right.
accept a job.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
I don't think he's going anywhere because he
He's
Okay,
happy
got
where
a
he was.
faithful job.
alright, okay,
I'd
Alright, that it?
I'd still reach out to him though.
I will.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, I don't want, yeah, reach out to the guy, take your job, huh? Okay, I have a motion, do we recess or adjourn? Recess?
Recess.
Recess, have a motion recess?
Yeah.
Motion by Daniel,
Second.
second by Brad, all in favor say aye. Ayes have it.